Hello, Casey. How are you?
Hi, Internet.
I think
How's it
it's just
going?
me and you.
Us, I think. Yeah, I'm sharing
Yep.
this out right now.
Yeah. That's okay. I think my thing was messed up because it had the wrong time on there. So then I went and changed it, but it was only like 15 minutes before the live started. So it was all jacked up. I don't know why the time was wrong on there, but it's okay. It
StreamYard
is.
weird today. It
Uh,
was first 15 minutes we were trying to get everything set up. It kept me and you kept getting the wheel of death. Cher was fine for some reason. Me and you kept buffering and then it would
yeah.
kick me out. And now it's fine. Now we're good.
Now we're
Oh,
good. Yeah.
I talked about it and now Tammy's buffering.
Oh, no. Am I?
Oh,
And
no,
I,
you're good now. No, we're good.
and I don't even know why that would be because the internet's hooked up. I wonder if it's like people if it StreamYard goes that way, what I think Casey's frozen. StreamYard does that. Like, do they get full? Like, does a lot of people get on here and it kind of freezes up like the internet? Hi,
It
Cher.
could be that. It could be that I'm on fucking hotel Wi-Fi and there's, I'm sure, a million other people on it. It could
Yeah.
just be the error message it kept giving me literally said, please try to refresh. If it continues, it might be on our end. So even StreamYard was like, we might be fucking up. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Hi, Misdemeanor. Hi.
What up?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you get on the StreamYard and it's just like, I have gotten on here before and just had to get off because I don't know what it was doing. It was just like glitching and I was just like, whatever. I
Oh,
can't,
yeah.
I can't deal with that tonight. So I just had to get off. Yeah.
And that same thing is me and Eli are always talking about OBS and kind of going back and forth about whether OBS is better or not. The short answer is yes, it is. The longer answer is it fucking they made OBS in fucking maybe even the late 90s. It was like fucking 99 or 2000. Anyway,
Oh,
they made it in the beginning of the internet and they've just kept adding updates. So they're just adding more and more and more code to it without removing all the old code from the 90s. So they've essentially taken like a motor from a fucking old Model T and dropped it in a Ferrari, and they're like, "Okay, do Ferrari stuff," and it's like that's not how.
yeah.
So OBS glitches and crashes and fucks up, and like when it works great, but it never fucking works.
So they don't take out the bugs. They just cover them up with something else is
Oh hey,
basically.
running Grey Wolves here.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
Yeah.
hey, good to
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Good to see her.
But yeah, so like I don't know, Streamyard is annoying sometimes, but it's at least from what I've found, it's the most reliable one, which sucks.
Yeah. 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 I'm good. I'm good. Been a busy day in the fire service, but I am good. I'm good. Yeah, I know. I mean, and you think of because well, I pay for it. Some people pay for it. Some people still use the free. Um, I do see a lot of advantages in paying for it. Because it does help me with it does clip shorts for me, and I don't have to do them myself, which is golden because I hate making shorts.
There was also a bunch of stuff like, was it an intro video maybe? I was trying to do something that I had
Yeah,
done in the past. I know I've done it before. And I was trying to do it a little while ago, and it kept being like, nope, buy the subscription, fucking pay us. And I was like, really? So
yeah,
it's just starting to make everything like
yeah,
if you want to use any of the features besides just go live, it is
Right.
almost worth paying for it. As much as I don't want anyone to pay for the shit, should be free. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Right. Like it will do an intro and an outro for you, except I don't know how to do that. So, but the option is there for me if I want it.
I don't
Probably if I,
even remember if that's what it was, but it was something I know I've done before, and suddenly it was like, nope, pay us money. I was like, what? God damn it, StreamYard. And it's because
yeah.
every YouTuber got sick of using fucking OBS, so they started using StreamYard.
Yeah.
So now StreamYard's like, oh, we can make some money.
Yeah. Yeah. I was calling you to put out the 3 alarm fire in my stomach. Oh, well, there's been quite a few 3 alarm fires today. I can tell you. There has been. So I'm sorry. Oh, I hope you're feeling better. We are going to talk about Jezebel. What do you think about Jezebel now being uh kicked out? I mean, so she come in and took Shanann's place, and Shanann was taken out, her and her whole family, and now Jezebel is discarded. It's kind of ironic how he just
Well, I don't think they've been allowed. I mean, I don't know, maybe. I don't feel like they've been allowed to even have contact with each other since he went to prison. I feel like
I don't think
she's
so. I don't think so either. I I kind of think maybe that might have been a, what do you call it, a
stipulation
condition
or
or
whatever.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I still wonder what she thinks about that, because
I mean, I'm
whether,
sure she's probably pissed about it.
yeah, because she
I
was
don't know.
still
It's got
his
to be almost like
girlfriend.
a.
Go ahead. Is Casey frozen? No, he's not. Go
No,
ahead,
I
Casey.
was. You glitched out a little bit. I was trying to pick up.
Oh, okay. Go ahead with what you were saying.
Um. Oh yeah, no. It's got to be like, if nothing else, there's that want what you can't have kind of thing where like now NK knows she's never gonna be with Chris. Like they
Right.
for sure fucked that up. And
Mm-hmm.
now here comes this other girl, and whether she's because NK's story is like he creeps me out. I quit talking to him.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether that's true or not, now here comes this other girl who has the thing that you're not allowed to have. So even if she really did move on and was like, I'm done with Chris Watts, now I bet there's some level of like, I guess you would call it jealousy, maybe,
Yeah.
but just like you have the thing that I'm not allowed to have.
Yeah. Because as
The fucking,
narcissistic as
you
she
know what it
was,
is? You know what it is? It's what happens when you tell a woman that there's one apple that they're not allowed to eat. And then all they want to do is eat the fucking apple and make a deal with the snake. And now suddenly we're removing ribs and shit's getting weird. I gotta put
mm,
pants on and shit.
mm, Casey. Well, since since she was such a narcissist, I can't see that she would not be mad, even if she don't have feelings for him anymore, or even if, say, it was all a contract and she was fulfilling a contract and she fulfilled her part of it, even if she wasn't attached to him in any kind of way, you would, if she was that possessive of him against his own wife and kids, like, I don't want to be number two. I want to be, I don't want to be always in number two, always in second place. She has to be upset about this. If
Well,
that's,
yeah,
you know, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, like, I don't believe her story about her just like, oh, as soon as I found out, I completely cut her out of my life and whatever. I don't believe that
100%.
at all.
Nope.
Um,
Mm-mm.
where's I going with that? Sorry, you're glitching out a little bit again. I think it's on my end. I think you're fine,
Hmm.
but
Do me or Casey look weird
me,
to y'all? Are we glitching out, or is our voices going in and out? Let us know so we kind of know what we look like to you down there. We don't know if it's StreamYard or what. The hussy did all that for nothing and lost her crown. She's
I
definitely
think it's
mad.
on my end.
You're fine, Tammy. No problems. What about
You're fine.
Casey?
Yeah, okay, so it's just on my end.
I swear, Casey, you could be a mime because you
I
look
think
so
I'm
still.
okay.
Casey is the one glitching.
I'm
Okay.
glitching. Fuck yeah. Okay, it's on my end then.
Now it could be him
Hopefully it
disappearing
stops doing that.
behind his. He could be disappearing behind his green screen too. Yes,
My
running up
hat
your
is
hill.
good. Well, if my
Oh,
background is fucked up, it always does that. But with my actual like voice and stream coming through,
is his voice and stream coming through, or is he messed up? Is what he's asking. We've been trying to figure it out, so
my
he kind of
background
knows.
is fucked up because I'm too poor and I also don't stay in one spot for long enough to get like a
Okay,
proper green screen.
I get
So,
it.
uh, yeah, my shit fucks up. But as like, I'm trying to figure out if the stream is running okay. I think it's fine.
Yeah, yeah. I'm wondering if because you never know with StreamYard because it acts weird sometimes.
We can understand him.
For
His
sure.
voice is fine. Okay, so it sounds like it's literally just like your audio coming into my computer. So I'm just gonna have to deal with you cutting out
Oh,
a little bit and try to hear you.
I see what you're
Um,
saying.
but
You
no,
can't
to
can
get
it?
back to well, exactly to get back to NK. No, I don't think. I think there's absolutely jealousy, and I bet she's fucking pissed. And I wouldn't be surprised if she starts like popping off a little bit, maybe doing some interviews again, or like maybe starts talking shit about him because she's always kind of. There's no audio problem. Okay, cool. Um, she's all like, she's always said that as soon as she found out what he did, she like cut him off, and that was that, and she was done with him. But she's never really like bashed him or like talked shit about him,
Right.
really. Maybe now that he has this new wife, she comes out of the woodwork and starts being like, yeah, well, he fucking was abusive and he did this and la la la. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
tries to milk the X card.
Yeah.
Is she an
I,
X at this point?
that's what I'm saying. See, she took, she was, Shanann was discarded for her. Now she's the one that's discarded. So you were his girlfriend or mistress. We'll put you were his mistress when he took out his family. So are you his ex mistress? You his ex booty call? What are you?
Lucky to be alive, you fucking dumb bitch. That's what you are. That guy kills his partners.
Yeah. But I don't think he would have done that to her.
It's been 15 minutes and I called NK a dumb bitch already. So that's how this podcast is going.
I don't think he would have done that to her. I
You
also
don't
don't
think
think they would have.
another,
I
you
don't think
don't
he.
think,
I don't think he would have done that to her.
you don't think the same situation, some other fucking hussy comes around and wiggles her titties and goes, you should kill your girlfriend? You don't think he'd do it?
I don't think they would have stayed together. I'm not saying he wouldn't do it again. I'm saying I don't think he would have stayed with her long enough for that to happen.
To have the chance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I don't think that they would have been together because I think the newness would have wore off. When reality hit them, like
Mm,
they weren't living together, they weren't paying bills together, they were just doing all the fun stuff together. Now when
yeah.
just say they got
Well, yeah.
Shanann
Okay,
and
that's
him.
true. He wouldn't have
Yeah,
had.
yeah, she is a sidecar, she was a sidecar. Just say that he did it the right way and he left Shanann and they got a divorce, right? And he had to have visits with the kids, just like divorced families do.
Oh,
So then he would have
debatable.
moved. Then he would have moved in with NK, and then they would have had rent. They would have had electric bills or whatever. I don't know how they pay their bills there, like if it's separate or part of the rent or whatever. But they would have had a car together. They would have had insurance together. So when the responsibilities of having to actually pay shit come in, how are you going to get along then?
I mean, didn't
Right?
they both have? Well, obviously Chris did, but didn't she also have a place?
Yeah, she had her own apartment, but she paid for all that stuff. Once he
Right, but
moved
what?
in,
I guess aside from the fact that he probably.
because he'd have been paying child support. Hi, Ronnie.
Okay, but I still
He
don't see how.
say again. Go ahead and finish. All
I
of the
don't know how,
responsibilities, I feel
like,
like would have made him argue. I
okay,
think
but he
you know.
still was making enough money to pay all of him and Shanann and the girls' bills. So I don't really see how that would have been any
No,
different than what he was already doing.
Shanann made money too. She made I think it was over 1,000 a month. So her money helped pay it too. He would have been paying child support on 3 kids.
You just not pay it for like a really long time and nothing happens.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
Fucked
I
up,
don't
but it's true.
I don't think that they would have. I think they were having fun. I think when life reality came in the picture, I think the stress of life and reality was going to hit them because, see, according to her, her contract for that job was over. She was going to have to find another job. So she would have been without a job.
But she
Chris would
would
have
have
been the only
been.
one working.
I agree. I don't think they would have stayed together very long, but I don't. She had to find a new job anyway. Like nothing
Right.
really changes. I don't think it would have been necessarily the money thing. I think it would have just been like the honeymoon phase is over, and
Yeah.
now you're right. We have to deal with Chris being a co parent and figuring out how to get her another job or another contract or
Yeah.
however the fuck that works. Like, I don't think it would have been that they couldn't figure out how to get a place together. But I
No,
do think
they
when
would have, yeah. Yeah.
I do think uh when NK had to actually start being responsible again, I think she would have been like, "Okay, I'm done now. This isn't fun anymore."
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, when they were having fun now, it was like going out to eat, going to the sand dunes. But at some point, that's fun's going to end.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I feel like if you're doing that, I've never understood the whole like, oh, we got married and now we're just fucking boring thing. Like, if you could afford to go have fun when you were dating, can you not still afford to go have fun when you're married? I get you
Yeah,
have bills and houses and kids and fucking
yeah,
blah 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 blah, but like you could afford a couple $100 on a Friday night when you were dating. You can't
yeah,
just still do that.
yeah, yeah. Sorry I missed your premiere, Casey. My husband had knee replacement. Oh my goodness, surgery. But I did watch it in replay. Loved it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I need knee replacement surgery too, but
Mm,
I'm putting it off.
yeah. Got to wash dishes, but I'm listening. Okay, misdemeanor. Thank you. Yeah, I think when real problems come up, they would have had had issues. That's what I think. I think they weren't challenged yet. You know what I mean?
I also don't think she wanted to be a mom. I think the kids would have really like she wouldn't have enjoyed when the kids had uh well, I guess either visitation or if they ended up staying like 50-50 or however that ended up working out.
Mhm.
I think Shanann also would, or not Shanann, I think NK also would have left just because she didn't want to deal with the kids all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that him having to give them attention would have taken away from her, and that's not what she would have wanted. NK is so jealous to be in good health. Right. That's what I'm saying. She is not, I don't think they would have been together long enough for that to have happened. Um I know she was looking at wedding dresses and all of that, but
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
that's
Huh?
just what
Yeah.
chicks do. You know how many chicks I've been with for like a couple weeks, and I catch them looking at wedding dresses. I'm like, fucking, oh yeah, we'll see. You're gonna get sick of me real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. You pretend you're in a hotel by going in other rooms or maybe Airbnb. However, no more expensive vacations like Dollywood. Yeah.
I mean, fuck that, man. Get a babysitter.
Get a babysitter.
Shit, I was fucking just figuring it out from the time I was like 7. Just fucking leave them bitches at home. They'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think she is gonna be jealous. I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm gonna say this because I feel like if she would look Shanann up, she's gonna look her up.
She already has, for sure. Guarantee it.
She's Googled her and searched her and probably tried to find her social media. She's probably done everything. She
Yeah, absolutely. She
probably
probably knows more about this lady than Chris does.
Yep. So this lady has been to see him 23 times.
I mean, okay. That's
Over 15 months.
not bad, I guess. All right, if you're trying to have a
A little obsessive
prison
there, but
relationship,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I do have a little video I can pull up. It's not very long. Um, it just describes just what people know about her right now. This is from Real Killers. I didn't put his link in description. I did put his name in description. But it's fair use. So,
get fucked.
so I'm gonna bring it up real quick. Like I said, it's not very long. It's like 7 or 8 minutes, I think. So we're gonna go. It is a lot. I think it is a lot. So we're just gonna. It tells you a little bit about her. Um, I don't think her family is uh as excited
Down with OPP?
about this. And I think her brother is in prison,
Good.
and he says, "I cannot believe she would marry. She would want to marry somebody like that." So, uh, I will play this. Go over and play this video. Where is it at? Here it is. Um, it like I said, it's what 8 minutes. So it's not very long. It just tells us a little bit about her. Um, so when we're done, I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about her in this video. She's totally a 380 for me from Shanann and NK. I don't know a lot about her, but she doesn't look like she would have the personality that NK has, or Shanann has. And normally you kind of see people stick, they have a certain type they stick with. So,
I don't
you know,
know.
some guys like brunettes, some guys like blondes, you know. Um,
I feel like Chris just likes any girl who fucking gives him attention, though. I don't think it's a type. I don't think it's a look. I don't. I
yeah.
think if you're willing to fucking talk to him, he likes you.
And I think
But
she was the first one that was really willing to go this far,
let's
right?
all remember that when this all very first started, when Chris met Shanann, he was the loser. He was fat. He was fucking didn't have any confidence. He like when this all first
Thank
started,
you, Ronan.
Chris was the loser.
Right.
So like there's
Good
still
point.
that piece of him in there that like if you'll talk to him, there's still that insecure fucking chubby kid that's like, "Oh, what? She wants to talk to me?"
Good point. I didn't think about that. Good point, Casey. That is true. That is true. If you put money on his books, he will be very happy. That is
There's
true
also
also.
that. He's also
And
probably fucking
yeah,
silver tonguing her a little bit so he can get some top ramen and hot Cheetos and
I,
shit.
I'm sure she's been putting, so I think she's been going to see him since 2025, sometime in 2025. So she's probably
I mean, I
been,
would hope so if they're getting married. That's still
well,
only 9 months ago.
yeah.
That people in 2025 are just now popping out babies that were made in 2025. That's not that long ago.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we know, right? Um, I don't know. It could have been longer, right? What we're hearing is 2025, but um, I don't think they set a date that, like a date for sure when she started writing him. But what is funny is all of these other ones that were writing him never went this far. Like they probably liked the idea of writing him and, you know, saying things to him and getting him to write them back. I guess he can write them back. I don't know. But
Uh, yeah,
they
he could
never,
write them back
can he write them back? Okay. But
if
they,
like
go ahead.
yeah.
He can? Okay. But I don't think they ever went like as far as she's went. You know what I'm trying to say? I think she's probably the only
I
one
don't.
that
Why wouldn't?
went this
No, I
far.
do. I just why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't he be able to write them back?
I don't know because I heard that one lady that wrote him, she couldn't send him a, she said, I sent you a, I wrote you, this is my sixth letter to you, and I've never received one back. And I did receive one letter back that I wrote you, but it was because I sent you an envelope and a stamp, and they said I couldn't do that because you couldn't write back.
Well, you know what happened there? She tried to fucking put heroin under that stamp, and they found it. That's what happened.
Well, and she could have wrote him when he was
That's,
in trouble too. You know, there was a time when he was in trouble because
well, yeah,
he,
he could be in trouble. She could also be
yeah,
trying to smuggle him shit. Like, if he gets in trouble, then yeah, they can restrict his mail access or whatever. But
hmm,
just in general, like, I could write him a letter, and he would be allowed to write back if he wanted to.
and she wrote him like 6 or 7 letters. But I don't know if she wrote him during the time he was in trouble because he was
That's
in
just
trouble with
that's
underwear
also
and
just
Vaseline.
that's just the Eminem song "Stan."
Well, that's true. They could sell it, right? Yeah, yeah, that's true. I didn't think it. I guess anything is sellable in there, right?
You can have stamps and envelopes in prison, though. How else do they write their families and shit?
Yeah,
I don't know if that's necessarily contraband, but I do know that people legitimately will put like most of the time it's like LSD and like stuff like that where it's liquid, but people will use stamps to smuggle in drugs.
Yeah. You can't mail stamps or envelopes, and it's up to the inmate to let people know what's commissary versus what's mailed in. Oh.
I don't know if that's true.
Hmm.
How else would you be able to mail shit to the prison?
Prob well, you can't mail you
Also,
can't
the Grey
send
Wolf's neck.
him you can't send him stamps and envelopes to use, is what they're saying. Like, if you wanna send him a roll
Oh
of
yeah,
stamps,
well,
you can't
I
do
don't
that.
know. I feel like that's probably a regulation thing. That probably depends on the prison and the county and the state and all the like. That would, yeah, we would probably have to look into his uh, rules specifically on that.
Yeah. Commissary store. See, they want them to buy their own
Commissary
stamps.
sells stamps,
Yeah. They want them to buy their own stuff. They don't, because if you
but
send it to them for
also,
free, they don't have to buy it.
well, was it Grey Wolf? Yeah, Grey Wolf made a good point though. Is that everybody just has a fucking tablet nowadays anyway? So
Yeah.
were they mailing anything, or were they? Was it all done on a tablet?
This lady wrote him. She was actually writing him letters.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Well then, I
She
mean,
was, yeah.
there's certain there's certain situations where maybe he got in trouble or she was trying to smuggle him or they thought she was trying to smuggle him or like
Hmm.
there's situations, but for the most part, yeah, you can pretty much freely write anybody you want unless it's
Yeah.
like he probably can't send a letter to NK because she's directly tied to his crime.
Right. Yeah. So, like when I wrote my cousin who was in prison, I wrote him through the computer. That's how I wrote. That's how I wrote him. So I would write
Yeah.
it through the computer, and he would get it, but he would mail letters to me.
Well, that might just be because prison's fucking boring and writing is something to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That like he probably had the option to email you back, and he was like, "Yeah, but writing takes longer." And like,
Yeah.
fuck it,
Yeah. Yeah.
I get it. I feel like if I ended up in prison, I'd be writing a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. She probably wasn't his type, so didn't write back. Yeah, I
Exactly.
will. What I will try to do is get that video, and we can look at her letters because I have went through that video and looked at her letters, and she's kind of weird. She's kind of weird. I mean, it's you're weird or different or I don't even different. I don't even want to say different. Uh, she's something else when you can tell she's something else through her writing. You know what I mean? You know, most people you don't know that till you meet them, but you can tell just through her letters. You're like, oh, she's like, hmm. So I'll find that video and we'll go over them one night. Also, I think you need to be
Okay.
approved
Yeah.
unlisted. Yeah, that's probably true. Yep. Yep. You're allowed to write and send physical letters to inmates in Colorado Department of Correction. He's not in Colorado. He is in Wisconsin.
See, I think that depends, though. I think that depends on the inmate and the crime and the
Yeah.
place. And like, I know some, like, I've heard of people having to get approved to talk to people in prison. I've heard of that, but I think that's because of whatever they did. They had how do I explain this? Basically, it's to prevent like prison shot callers to be able to call shit on the outside. So if you're in there for like fucking gangbanging and organized crimes and shit, they're probably going to restrict who you can write because they don't want you being able to call out a hit from prison or something. But if you're just
Right.
in there for like fucking, I don't know, assault or something, like they probably won't let you write your victim, but you can pretty much talk to whoever you want.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. He's in Wisconsin Dodge Correctional Institute. Dodge Correction or something like that, but it's Dodge something. So, yeah, he's not. They moved him from Colorado to Wisconsin for his safety.
Sure.
Yeah. Hmm. You can tell when they're. Yeah, yeah, you can tell. I mean, some of the stuff she said, I was like, and she had a lot of stuff she would, and I think basically this is how I feel about what she did because she wrote a lot of little key. She would draw like sunflowers on his paper. Okay. Well, we all know NK loves sunflowers. She would draw sunflowers on his paper. She would talk about hurricanes a lot. She would just like throw little hints here and there of stuff that all you had to do was look up the case. I mean, you really had to research it, but you would get those little hints here and there, and she would drop those in the each of the letters, and it's like, you know, either either you are NK because you keep dropping the hints that NK and Chris would use together between each other, or you've just looked up the case and you're just putting stuff in there you know he can relate to. So this lady had him thinking
I'm
it was NK secretly writing him. So I think so, Casey. If you have a prison record, I would think you would need permission to be able to write to an inmate. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm sure whoever the fuck this lady is, this new girlfriend or wife or whatever, I'm sure she's looked up the case and knows everything there is to know about it. Like, it'd be weird if she didn't.
Hmm. Right. Yeah, and she says she doesn't know all. She says she doesn't know about all of the people involved.
That
Miss me with that
okay?
because you are not going to look up Chris Watts in prison and not know why he is there, not know who it is that he unalived, and not
Yeah,
know why.
that sounds like she's saying she doesn't know who else is involved.
No, she doesn't know who all. She doesn't
That's
know about
not
who all he unalived.
that's not true. The lady's lying.
Right. How do you I mean, how did you even pick Chris Watts out of all the inmates there are there? You picked him
Because
for
she
a
knows who
reason.
he is.
Exactly, which means you know what he did.
Yeah, this
You're
lady's
not going to
fuck.
sit there and tell me,
I've
bye, girl, bye.
been a half an hour and I already see what's going on here. They're both just using each other.
Hmm.
She's using him for what she thinks is gonna make her famous, and he's using her to get fucking money on his books.
I mean, you wouldn't just
I don't
like
think this
say,
lady's in love with him, Ronnie. I don't think she's in love with him at all. I think she
mm,
wants the Watts name to get some fucking
yeah,
clout.
yeah. I think she's saying that's BS to what I said. She doesn't know who all's involved in. and who all he unalived. I don't. I mean, what did you do? Just say, "Hey, uh, Dodge Correctional Institute, can you send me a list of your
Mhm. God damn it.
prisoners?"
Hold
And
on.
I just want to pick one and write them, and then marry them. That is not what happened. You knew. She knew. She knew. They didn't just come across his photo, right? I don't know where he's at. I'm assuming he's in Ohio, but I don't know exactly. I don't think they ever said where he was like incarcerated at, I guess is the right word. Ronnie, my sister, married one. When he got out, he got with a younger woman and they got divorced. Yeah, see? He just used her to get out, didn't he? And then when he got out and got settled and got a job, probably he's like, "See ya." Hmm. Yeah, that's true. They probably would
Yeah,
list
that's
what.
what
Hmm.
they.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Casey. I don't. Surely not. Do they have an inmate dating app?
No, that's what you were saying. Yeah, no, you were saying. Dude, StreamYard is gonna fucking kill me tonight. When you were saying that she just or he just used the chick as a place to go when he got out, like that's what people do. I can't believe what, it's crazy to me that this is as big of a deal as it is, and so many people are talking about it and like, oh my god, fucking did you live with a? It's a very known thing that if you're in prison and you can find a chick on the outside to be your girlfriend, you that's basically a gold mine. They're gonna pay your way through prison, and it's an address to use when you get parole.
Yeah.
There's no like they're both using each other to get what they want.
Hmm. But
Just the end of story. That is, it's strange to me that people don't seem to understand that.
I understand that, but in Chris's case, he's not ever getting out. Ever. So his incentive must be free shit.
No, but no, I just mean in general, that's why they do that. He's doing it so
Yeah,
he can
yeah.
have someone putting money on his books.
So you think it's that you think that's what it's for. That's why he's doing it.
Oh, 100%. He don't give a shit about this lady.
Yeah, right. I don't think
And
he has
to be
feelings.
completely honest, I don't think she gives a shit about him either. I think she just wants to be dating. I think it's a clout thing. She just wants to get the last name so she can write a book and go on Oprah and fucking do the thing and get famous.
They have a oh my gosh. They have a prison app for dating. Nice.
Yeah, yeah, they do. I just can't believe it's not a more known thing. It would be like it's the old expression, like, "Hey man, the stripper doesn't really love you." But this is like the ladies' version of it. Like, "Hey ladies,
Yeah.
the inmate doesn't really love you. You're just giving him money.
Yeah.
The stripper doesn't really love me. I'm just giving her money."
Yeah. Right. So it's good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, she said uh what did she say? Something about something is between her and God. I think about why she's marrying him.
Oh, you're one of those, huh?
Yeah. So we're going to bring this up over here. Like I said, it's not much, not very long because there's not a whole lot about her, but it'll give you enough about her to. It's not going to change your mind because It's probably going to make it. You say, "Oh yeah, I was right."
No, I already see
Yeah,
exactly what's going on here.
yeah, yeah. So let's go over here and watch it.
Damn it, streaming, aren't you?
Ah,
8 years ago, Chris Watts unalived his pregnant wife and his 2 young daughters. The case shocked the world. But now, in August of 2026, Chris Watts is making headlines again for something almost impossible to imagine. He's reportedly found love behind bars and is seeking to marry again. The woman is Lizzie Henderson, a 39-year-old former realtor from Ohio who reportedly moved to Wisconsin to be closer to Watts, who is serving multiple life sentences at Dodge Correctional Institution. And yes, the story is real, but there's an important distinction. Chris Watts has reportedly applied to marry Lizzie Henderson. The marriage has not yet been publicly confirmed as officially completed. So, how did this relationship begin, you ask? Why would anyone choose to marry a man serving life for unaliving his pregnant wife and children? Before we get into
Fame.
the new relationship,
huh?
Fame.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He doesn't. He doesn't deserve any type of happiness. None. None. He should have to sit there. And you know what?
He's not getting any happiness.
If he gets married, they ought to make him take the pictures of them down because you know he's got pictures of them in his cell hanging up. So
I don't think
if
he's
he
getting any happiness from this, though. Everyone keeps saying he doesn't deserve to be happy. Like, he's fucking not.
he don't deserve anything. Ronnie, you know she has to be hella mad because she got news now that he's in prison. She wanted top billing, and yep, she did. But he has their picture hanging in his cell, so I think he ought to have to take it down if he gets married again. Who knows? His wife, new wife, may tell him he has to take it down.
Like he would actually listen.
And like she would know if he
If,
didn't.
yeah, if I was in prison and I had like pictures of hot girls up in my cell, and my new girlfriend was like, "You need to not have fucking Playboy pictures on your wall." But fuck you. I am in prison, dude. I'm gonna
Right.
have titties on my wall.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think he would do it even if she told him to. Because how's she gonna know?
She isn't. Well,
She
what would happen is one of his little fucking prison buddies would get her information and start texting her and be like, "He didn't take the pictures down."
that's probably right. Even if it's just for money, money is comfort in jail. That's true.
Yeah, that's debatable. Because if he starts getting a whole bunch of nice shit, people are just gonna start beating him up and robbing him. Like you can't be super balling in there because you'll just get your shit stolen.
You can't be flashy in there.
What he could do is he could start essentially paying people off. He can start buying other people's commissary and spreading the wealth a little bit, and then people will like him and possibly protect him. But if he was just in there super balling, he's just immediately going to get beat up and robbed. That's what I mean. Like, even if, let's say, this all works out and this lady marries him and then writes a book and goes on Oprah and makes a gajillion dollars, he still can't have any of it in prison because as soon as it looks like he has money, he's going to get fucking beat up. So he's either going to continue to be everybody's little bitch in prison so they don't kill him, or he's going to be everybody's little bitch in prison because he has what they want. It's a
Yeah.
lose-lose for him all the way around.
Yeah, and she gets to keep all the money.
Yeah, and then she just gets to fucking go on Oprah or whatever and
Yeah.
probably cheat on him all the time.
I was just fixing to say, and still have a boyfriend.
Yeah, still
Yeah.
like just fuck every dude on the outside because what's he
Yeah.
gonna do?
I was just fixing to say, what's he going to do about it? He's in prison. He can't keep her from doing it. But
And
his
she
ex
can't keep him
mistress,
from doing favors for extra top ramen.
right? That's right. But his ex mistress may hunt her down.
Well, then that sounds like fucking her problem. Don't
That's
marry
right.
Chris Watts, idiot.
I mean, she's got to think about that. She's got to think about what does the ex
Oh, I doubt
mistress
it.
think. You
I
don't think?
guarantee you she hasn't. No. People are dumb.
I would be wondering, like, what is she going to come after me because she's you know you know what I mean? Thank you, misdemeanor.
Yeah, but nobody else is. I think us doing true crime podcasts and being so in this world, we're kind of we kind of break the fourth wall, if that makes sense. I think to most people, this is kind of just a story. It's like a movie. It's
Yeah.
hard to fathom that it really happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think a lot of people actually like fully grasp how heavy this is.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh wow, that's fucking crazy. This guy has a famous last name. I was just, like, they don't think about it in terms of the reality of it is this guy brutally fucking killed the three people on screen right now.
Yeah. Yep. He did.
And then NK
Well,
is just another character in this weird movie. Like, she's not a allegedly not murderer. She's just some other fucking weird character in this movie. So people aren't thinking like, oh, maybe I shouldn't piss off the crazy lady.
but I think she was a working character, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but that's neither here nor there. The point
Right.
is, people don't. This isn't real life. That's just a crazy story that
Yeah.
happened, and
I get
people
what you're
don't
saying.
think
Yeah.
about it. Yeah,
It's a script. That's what they think. Or that's how they
maybe
treat
not
it.
necessarily a script, but just like it's so. I think for the normal person, it's so unfathomable to kill your family that they don't even. It's almost like when trauma happens and your brain won't let you remember it because it's so bad.
Yeah.
I think people don't like their brain won't let them accept that that really happened because it's so bad.
Yeah. So it's easier to say it's just a story made up, not real.
Or just, I mean, yeah, dissociate from it a little
Yeah.
bit. Just like,
Yeah.
well, if we don't think about that part,
Yeah.
don't think about
Yeah.
the scary part. Just think
Right.
about.
Yeah.
We have to remember how Chris Watts ended up in prison. In August 2018, his pregnant wife, Shanann Watts, and their daughters, 4-year-old Bella and 3-year-old Celeste, disappeared from their Colorado home. Shanann was pregnant with the couple's third child, a boy they planned to name Nico. At first, Chris appeared on television pleading for his family to come home, but investigators quickly became suspicious. Within days, Watts confessed. He eventually admitted that he had unalived Shanann and their 2 daughters. In November 2018, he pleaded guilty to the unalivings and received multiple life sentences without the possibility of parole. Prosecutors said Watts wanted a new life, and now 8 years later, he appears to be trying to create a new relationship from inside prison. According to recent reporting, Watts became involved with Lizzie Henderson, a woman from Ohio, Henderson reportedly relocated to Wisconsin to be closer to the prison where Watts is incarcerated. And this isn't simply an online pen pal relationship. Reports say she has visited Watts numerous times. People reports 23 visits over approximately 15 months. She has also reportedly begun using the name Lizzie Watts. People confirmed that a woman named Lizzie Henderson filed an application for a confidential name change, although the court records are sealed and do not publicly reveal the details. Photographs reportedly show Henderson wearing rings on her left hand, and relatives have told media outlets that the couple has submitted a request to marry through the prison system, but there's still a process to complete.
No shit.
One of the strange
I don't know. I have not heard that he escaped a prison.
Yeah, is there
Somebody
a
said
rumor he
that
got out?
I've never heard it, but apparently there was one. But I had never heard that he had gotten out. So I'm
Okay.
not sure. I'm not sure where this is coming from. Particularly, yeah. So I don't know where this is coming from. As a realtor, his new wife would probably not much business if she uses. You're probably right.
See, that's what's weird though, is it's not for good or for bad. The fact that it's a recognizable name is enough to be marketable. Like, she could, I don't even want to say this, I don't want to give anybody any fucking ideas, but if she did it right, she could flip that around and market it and actually be pretty successful.
Yeah, yeah. I always wondered, and I thought about this, but that would put her in Colorado, so I don't think she would do it. But I often thought if the house is still empty, and as far as I know, it hasn't sold, I almost would wonder if she would try to buy it.
Yeah,
If it didn't put
maybe.
her, if it didn't put her away from him, she probably would. But she would be in Colorado and he'd be in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean, there's that part of it. I don't know. I don't know. She might try to get that house, I guess.
Yep. Plunder, I like Plunder. I watch a lot of her stuff, but you got to watch streaming her stuff. Just but I like Plunder. I like her stuff, but you do have to be careful. So that's why I don't bring her stuff up. But she does have a good channel and she does do good deep dives.
strangest misconceptions surrounding this story is the idea that Watts is somehow getting a normal second chance at marriage. He isn't. Chris Watts remains incarcerated. He is serving multiple life sentences without parole. His relationship exists within the extremely restrictive environment of a maximum security prison. Wisconsin prisoners seeking to marry must follow prison regulations and obtain approval from the appropriate authorities. So even if the marriage is approved, Watts isn't going home with his new wife. There won't be a house. There won't be vacations. There won't be a traditional married life. His life remains inside prison. And that's precisely what makes this relationship so difficult for many people to understand.
What are you talking about? That's the easiest relationship ever. Are you fucking... I have to show up to a place once or twice a month to check in with my girlfriend, and then the rest of the time I can just do whatever the fuck I want, and they can't do anything about it? First of all, it's not a relationship. That's why I'm saying this whole thing is about fucking clout and money and whatever, but like, that's the easiest. I don't have to listen to her bitch at me. I don't have to fucking take out the garbage. I don't have to not bleed all over the sheets. Like, it's such an easy life, man.
Yeah. This new woman filed bankruptcy about 4 months before she went to see Chris Watts. Yeah, I heard she did. I heard she did, and then she moved in with her mom.
You want to know why? Because when you file bankruptcy, if you all of a sudden get super rich right after you file bankruptcy, they won't come after any of the new money. She knew she was going to do this, filed for bankruptcy to absolve her debt so she can now go get the Watts last name. I promise you, dude, mark my words, this lady's going to write a fucking book
Yeah.
and do the book rounds on Oprah and The View and wherever authors go nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't know, but she's going to do the press run, and she's like, I promise you, this lady's going to milk having the last name Watts.
Yeah. What's it like being married to Chris Watts? That kind of bullshit. Yep. Yep.
That may be the biggest question of all. Why would someone voluntarily enter a relationship with a convicted family unaliver? Henderson has reportedly acknowledged the seriousness of Watts' crimes, but she has largely declined to discuss the details of her relationship publicly. In comments reported by People, she essentially indicated that her feelings were personal. Her family, however, appears to have had different reactions. Reports indicate that some relatives have criticized or questioned the relationship, and that raises
No
a
way.
much larger question. What causes
Huh?
Her family is questioning the relationship? No way.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Can you imagine why?
No, I don't. I feel like they need to fucking piss off. Look, mind their own goddamn business.
someone to become emotionally attached to a person who has committed an infamous crime? There's no single answer, but some people become attracted to prisoners because they believe they understand the person behind the crime. Others become emotionally attached through letters and phone calls, and sometimes distance itself can create an unusual kind of relationship. The person on the other side isn't experiencing the prisoner's everyday reality. They may primarily experience the version of that person presented through letters, calls, photographs, and visits.
Is that her?
No, that was one of his admirers. They marked out her eyes and mouth so you couldn't tell who, you know. Yeah. He gets all kinds of crap like that.
Oh, okay.
That's what he gets they get stuff like that all the time. I don't know if they let him keep them or right misdemeanor or they take the pictures from him. I don't know if he's allowed to keep them.
Oh, you can keep them. Yeah. If someone sends you photos of prison, you can keep them.
Okay. So it's like a pole dancer.
I was just confused because that was a picture of a lady in a bikini, but she didn't look black. And I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
No, that's not. You can drop her. Yeah, you can drop her link. I like Plunder. I just don't want to use her stuff and get struck.
And even sometimes, even if I've had other content creators tell me I'm allowed to use their shit, and then YouTube itself is like, no. And even if the other content creators, like, I gave him permission, sometimes YouTube is just dumb.
Yeah. He's in Wisconsin. He's been there a while.
This isn't actually the first time women have shown romantic interest in Chris Watts. For years, Watts has received
Look at
correspondence
that.
from women outside.
Chris is innocent. Team Chris.
Except he fucking admitted to everything. He's like literally not.
Really? Team Chris.
I mean, yeah. It's a fucking girl thing to do.
I really hope I hear back
I feel
from
very
him super soon.
Am I being misogynistic tonight? I feel like I just keep shitting on women, and I don't mean to, but
No.
God damn it, women. Why are you marrying dudes like this?
Right.
Easy to shit on you when you do dumb shit like this.
Mm-hmm. And you know what she said? She's having a hard time finding a good man.
I wonder why. Because you're not even attracted to dickheads. You hang out with dickheads because you think it's going to get you some money.
So it's hard to find a good man. So you go to prison because there's lots of good men there.
And that's because it's not about a good man. It's about hanging out with the right dickhead until you can make some money off of it.
It's about finding a way to make money, and all of the other men caught on to you. So
Or
now
didn't
you got to go where
not even
somebody can't
it's
do
not
it.
even that they caught on to you, it's that they didn't have any money. I've been with somebody like this and it was all fucking cool for about 6 months until they realized I actually don't have any money. And
Yeah,
then it was immediately not cool.
yeah.
I'm sure this lady's the same way. As soon as she realizes you don't have any money, she's out.
But she knows she can make money off of this.
Yeah. Just literally, I bet she's planning on going on like Oprah and fucking all the other old lady talk shows and milking this about, oh, think about, I always bitch about streamers who like pander to their audience and they just have a certain opinion because they know that's what their audience wants. Think about all the older, middle aged, lonely women out there who all they want is a good love story. And now you have this lady who's like turned this hardened criminal into a soft, loving man. And like, don't
Yeah.
you guys read romance novels about this shit?
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
It's just this lady's just living that story in real life.
Yeah. Yeah. Just go read one of the books.
Yeah, they're probably better off doing that.
Right.
Inside prison. Some women sent him romantic or suggestive material, and sources describe him as maintaining relationships through letters. That's another strange aspect of the story. Watts is largely isolated in prison. He's reportedly housed under protective conditions because of the notoriety of his crimes. He works as a custodian and exercises, but correspondence gives him a connection to the outside world. And now one of those relationships appear to have developed into something much more serious. There is an almost impossible irony here. Chris Watts told investigators that he wanted a new life. According to prosecutors, that desire for a fresh start was part of what drove the destruction of his family. 8 years later, he's reportedly pursuing another relationship. Except this time, there's no opportunity to simply walk away. His new partner is entering a relationship, knowing exactly where he is, knowing what he did, and knowing that he will likely spend the rest of his life behind bars. That makes this story fundamentally different from the relationship that existed before the unalivings.
Yeah.
The shocking part isn't simply that Chris Watts may be getting married again. It's that nearly a decade after destroying his family, he continues to attract enormous public attention. His name remains associated with one of the most notorious family unalivings in modern American true crime. And now his personal life inside prison has become another chapter of the story. For Shanann's family and everyone who remembers Bella and Celeste and the family, the idea of Watts beginning a new romantic relationship may be deeply difficult to comprehend, but prison doesn't erase every aspect of a person's ability to communicate, form attachments, or seek companionship. And Watts
I don't
appears to have
like.
found someone willing to enter that.
Huh?
This has nothing to do with anything at all except for fuck you, Chris Watts. I don't like when dudes have their hair and their beard the same length, so it's all just like one thing.
Like he does?
Huh?
Like Chris Watts has his?
Yeah, and no, exactly. I
Yeah.
don't like when dudes do. Don't fucking do that, asshole.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Serious. Right. Yeah. This one's almost over. Let's see.
World with him. Chris Watts wanted a new life. He destroyed the life he already had, and now from behind prison walls, he's reportedly trying to build something resembling a new one. Whether that relationship lasts, whether the marriage is approved, and what happens next, it remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, Chris Watts' story isn't disappearing. Even 8 years later, The case continues to raise questions about obsession, manipulation, prison relationships, and the strange ways people can become attached to notorious criminals. What do you think about Chris Watts reportedly getting married again while serving life in prison? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more updates and deep dive into the latest developments surrounding infamous true crime cases, subscribe to the channel.
So there's not much about her. Just that little bit. So she's 39. She's a former realtor. She moved from Ohio to Wisconsin. She's visiting 23 times in 15 months. So 15 months would be 2025 that she met him. So that's about right. So she's already applied to use the Watts name. And that's about all there is about her.
That's
Not
about the
much.
most obvious. I'm in this to have a famous last name. Like, she just met him less than a year ago. She immediately moved to the same state so she could be close, so she could go visit him a whole bunch and get him sucked in and fall in love and whatever. And blah, blah. Like, not that I feel bad for him in any way, shape, or form, but he's clearly being taken advantage of, which he probably knows that and doesn't care. But like, it's the most obvious. She's like not even trying.
She was only a realtor for a year. She probably wasn't that. I mean, not everybody can be a realtor, right?
It's also one of those things. I've seen a lot of people just do it like as like they get out of college and whatever degree they got isn't working out for them, and they just get their realtor's license real quick to like make some money until they figure their life out.
Yeah. She spent Christmas with him last year.
Good for her, but also no, she did it because he's in prison, you know?
He should have waited to find somebody who had money.
Well, she's for sure going to make some money off of this, but like I was saying, whether she has money or not, he can't really have any of it because he'll get stabbed. So, like, it doesn't really make a difference to him.
Running Grey Wolf, I don't think they can have conjugal visits. I believe that is what I heard. So
there's no way they leave him in a room with a woman alone
after what he did. Because if he strangled Shanann, he could strangle her easily. He's already done it once.
There's absolute.
That's right. So they can't. So they can't have conjugal visits. So, but phone calls can get it. Yep.
Well, then she better make some fucking money, huh? Like, there's no way. Even if it was like, I guess he's already been in there in a while, but even if he had been in there for 15 years and had no disciplinary anything, never been in trouble, he was the perfect inmate, based on his crime alone, there's no fucking way you're being put into a room alone with a woman.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't that would be funny getting that out of the that would be funny trying to get that out of the prison though, because they sat between glass.
I forget if it was Drake or Kanye. Fucking one of them. I forget if it was Drake or Kanye, but one of them said they always carry a little bottle of hot sauce with them so they can dump it in their condoms when they're done in case the chick tries to dig it out of the trash.
Oh, yuck. He is in
Well, that's
Wisconsin. They can't, when she goes to visit, they can't even hold hands or anything. There's no physical contact, is from my understanding. But there was a girl that went there. I guess she was visiting someone there. And she just happened to be visiting the time that Lizzie was visiting Chris. And she saw them making out. She's been on a podcast and talked about it. She was also on the news.
I can say stuff too. I was down at Venice today and I saw Elvis and I don't know, fucking Wonder Woman making out.
Yeah. I'm just
Like,
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, but it would maybe they're allowed to be in a room together with like a guard also hanging out in there, but there's
Yeah.
no way he's allowed to be alone with her.
Right. Formal paperwork is confirmed to have submitted. Yeah, they've already submitted to the prison system so they can get married. They've already done that. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if the guard wanted to turn his head. Yes,
I mean,
plunder. Yeah.
it's easy to, like, people get away with that shit all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if they have had conjugal visits, but
Yeah.
there's no way it's allowed. There's no
Right.
way on paper that's legal.
Yeah. Yeah. But since they can't leave the room, it would be hard. I would think it would be hard for them to get away with too much there because he's in protective custody. So I would think it would be hard for them to get away with too much.
I mean, it also just depends. Like, I agree, you could pay the guard to look the other way, and then, like, if you don't care if there's another person in the room, I mean, fucking,
Right.
all right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been there, man. Sometimes your homie's hanging out, and you're like, look, guy, fucking, I got some shit to do, so
Yeah.
I don't know, play around on your phone for a little bit.
Yeah. 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 So if y'all want to, we can go. Nope. I can get that off of here. I want to do this one. Hold on. I got to get it though. I got to go get it. So, we're still on this 3-hour interview. So, yeah, yeah. So what's in it for her, right? You know, I mean, what's in it for her? It has to be like Casey says, money, right?
Yeah, fame, notoriety, money,
Yeah.
that last name.
There's nothing else it could be. I mean, I don't know how you can love somebody that you can't really have a relationship. I mean, what kind of relationship did they have?
I guess I can believe, like, maybe they've gotten to know each other and she does like him as a person or whatever. Like, I can believe he's likable enough, but I don't think. But this isn't about, like, oh, this is the person that completes me and I fell in love. This is about I want that last name so that I can do whatever, use it to get whatever notoriety she's after.
Yeah. Yeah. Because just being his friend is not going to get you that.
I mean, no, it won't be as effective.
Yeah.
Would you rather listen to Chris Watts' friend give an interview or his wife give an interview?
Right. Yeah. Hi, Claudia. And for all we know, she's been giving him money. Don't know where she got
I
it from,
guarantee she has.
but she's been giving it to him, obviously.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So now we're going to look a little bit at Nicole Kessinger, who he is now, the Jezebel that he's thrown to the side. I think is hilarious. Let me see. Trying to remember where we were at. So I'm going to go back. Let's see. And the other thing I want to say about her, Nicole, is Kessinger, is she keeps saying she didn't know anything about the baby. And she thought they were getting a divorce. But on June, and I wrote this down, let me find it. On June 12th, 2018, she sent him an email and stated that she wanted to build something like he had with his wife and girls. She wanted to build something with someone like he had with his wife and girls.
Okay.
So that she knew. She knew he had a wife. She knew he had kids, and she knew they were still married and they were happy. But she says
Well,
here
no, they
she
weren't.
doesn't. She does well, but she doesn't know that. But when she wrote him, she knew everything else, right? And she tells them, "I didn't know that she was pregnant. She knew that. I didn't know that they were not separated. She
Because
knew they
that's
weren't
another
separated.
charge.
Yeah. Yeah. But she knew because in June she wrote him and told him she knew. So, and I think it was, I'm trying to find the date that they announced, trying to find the day they announced the pregnancy. I got it written down too. I got so many notes. So many notes. But in August 2017 is when she looked up Shanann. And then in September, she looked up Chris. So she knew a long time ago. And she's lying here.
Yeah. Everybody knows that. I'm surprised she didn't at least. I need a new drink for what? I'm surprised she didn't at least get charged for lying to police officers.
Yeah. She got investigated for not one thing did she get investigated for. Yeah. Since 2017. Mm-hmm. Since 2017. She's so aggravating.
Honestly, so wait a minute. That was Saturday. We're talking about Saturday. We're not talking about Sunday right now.
Okay, so you're still on Saturday.
Yes.
You guys have a phone conversation when he gets home?
That was the day that he got the babysitter and I went out to dinner, not Sunday.
Okay,
sorry. I just want to make sure you got your days right. So Saturday, yes, we went out. He had the babysitter. He went home. I'm sure we did. We always talk on the phone. And honestly, I mean, Mark asked me that the other day. He's like, how long are you on the phone? 15 minutes, 20 minutes? Like, you're going to have to look at the records, to be honest with you. Like, so much.
You like to talk. I can tell a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, I missed that last time. That's hilarious. Hear what he just said to her?
No.
You like to talk. I can tell you like to talk. That's hilarious.
Not really.
Well, he means like she's a chatter, like she likes to talk on the phone. Like constant, like she's a motor mouth, I think is what he means.
Yeah, but she's not fucking saying shit in this interview.
No.
We've been
She
watching this for
Here's
an
my
hour and a half, and I've heard her say the same thing over and over and over for an hour and a half.
what she can do is do word salad. She's good at word salad.
You can't
and
even
she's-
do that. Word salad is saying a bunch of different shit. She's just saying the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. She likes, yeah. And she likes to go down rabbit holes. So she likes to just like start on something and then she'll take a detour and
Well, that's
take
just
them
to
off.
try to get away from the topic of why
Yeah.
they're there. She doesn't
Yeah.
want to talk about what happened, so she's just trying to eat up. I think in her mind, oh, if I can eat up an hour or whatever, then it'll be over.
Yeah.
She's too dumb to realize they're just going to keep you there as long as they want to.
Yeah. You will wear out before they will. For sure. They have to know that she's lying. Surely they're not that stupid. Surely they're not. Hello, Cher.
Hey,
What are you doing?
walking home from work.
Are you walking?
Yeah,
Be careful.
yeah. That's why I called in while I'm walking home. Just in case.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Is it
really
windy?
changing. A little. Does it sound bad?
No, it just sounds like
No.
it might be windy.
Oh,
It just sounds like you're walking.
Yeah. 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 So we already went over it was a short video. It was only like 8 minutes. But she's filed to get married and she's 39, used to be a realtor.
let's see this. Used to be a realtor, huh?
Mhm.
Interesting. Is that house sold?
Is that what?
Is the Watts house finally sold, right?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope. So I was saying earlier, and I said to Casey, if he wasn't in Wisconsin and he was still in Colorado, I bet she would try to get that house.
Oh, yeah.
Even though she's broke, she filed bankruptcy like 4 months before she met
Oh.
Chris.
All right. Well, this is making more sense now. How long till our book and movie come out? This bitch.
Yep. That's what we said. Because she don't have to sleep with him. She don't have to be with him. She just has to make her visits.
And a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because I hate to say it, I'm going to watch it.
Yep.
Just to
Good,
watch
yeah.
the fucking wreck.
You know, what's it like to be married to Chris Watts? Kind of bullshit.
She can't even answer that.
I was
He
just going to
talks on the
say,
phone.
she doesn't know because he's in fucking prison.
He's never going to know that, ever, what it's like to be married to Chris Watts. They can
Now,
have it on paper all they want. She's never going to have anything. Are they allowed to touch in person even? Like, I don't even know anymore.
I
No.
don't think so. Someone's saying they have, but I don't believe it.
no conjugal visits.
No conjugal. There's no fucking way they have that.
Right?
Huh. Well, why get married? There's something we don't know yet. That's
Now,
why.
now
There's though. She just wants money. This
That's
is
what it
very
is.
cut and dry.
Yeah,
Now-
yeah, that's what it is.
could she be there to get close to Chris to find something out?
No, fuck no.
You
No,
don't think
there's
so?
nothing to find out. Let's say because he's already told people NK's somewhere in it, whatever. Like, that's done for. I'm sorry. I wish I was wrong, but NK is never gonna get in trouble for this. He never will.
I think something's gonna happen.
I don't know, because I think some of the freaking, it would have to be done in Colorado because that's where it happened.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of them people are very corrupt.
Oh, I agree, but he won't be there forever.
No,
That
someone's
DA
gonna,
won't be there forever.
that's true. Yeah,
I mean, he's coming up on his, I believe he's coming up on his term.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's a possibility. You can still put it out there.
No, don't go. I'm gonna get your food, baby.
She would be, think about it, she would be less likely. People see how you're looking at her, like, no, she's not smart enough to do that. Maybe that's what they want us to think.
Right?
It's a possibility.
I made it home.
No, I don't think it's. I think if anything, the cops were probably fucking paid off.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
I'm
Oil
sure.
money is involved in this too. Like
I think the
Texas.
the-
No, yeah.
I think the cops were paid off, and I think probably Chris probably made a deal when he pled guilty so fast that she gets immunity or at least a lesser charge or whatever. I guarantee you he made some sort of stipulation where, like, if I take the fall for this, you leave her alone.
Yeah. But I do know there's quite a few DAs that have been discussing the case, and they're like, there's way more than enough information to bring her in for questioning.
Well, yeah, obviously, but given what we're watching, they did that once and they didn't get fucking shit out of it, and then they didn't
Yeah.
do anything.
But they don't have to with all the physical evidence they got. Like,
No,
they
well,
did not do any DNA testing or anything on the stuff they pulled from the truck. So they pulled stuff from the truck. Like, they pulled stuff out of the truck, they lifted fingerprints, and they did,
her
you know,
excuse just be that she's been in that truck before.
yeah, they pulled all of this evidence out of the truck and then never tested it.
Right, because her excuse would be, I've just been in that truck before. That
Mhm.
doesn't, they're not gonna waste the time, energy, and money to do anything with it if she can just turn around and be like, well, I was in that truck fucking 5 months before anything happened.
But they also pulled stuff off of Bella and Cece that they never tested.
They never tested, or they couldn't test because it was.
They just didn't test it. They just left, they just put it, they recorded it, registered it, put it away, but never tested it. It's a whole list of stuff. I don't think I wrote it all down. It's like, let me see if I wrote it down. It's a whole list of, okay, there were stuff taken from Bella and Cece that were taken and never looked at, just logged in. There was stuff from the truck that was taken and just looked at, never logged in. They also took the black box because it goes by weight, like weight in the truck. So if he had added anything in there than the weight that is required, they would have knew he was overweight, what is required. They didn't look at none of that. They just logged it in. They didn't look at none of that stuff. You like my title there, Ronnie? I think it's. I thought it was pretty good. Right. Yep. But that's not true. They should have done it anyway. They collected it, so it's there. It's there. They didn't test it. That's what's bad. They've got evidence they didn't test. They did hire an attorney. That's the sad part. They haven't. They had their own attorney, and the attorney said when they went to, so when Tammy Lee and Coder went to Wisconsin to see Chris, it was in February of 2019. When they, let's see, February 18th, 2019. When they went down there, it was because they went to ask Chris about NK. They went down there to get information about NK. And Shanann's family knew that they were going. And they wanted the answers, but the answer Chris gave them was, I lied, Shanann did not take the girl's life. So he cleared Shanann's name, but he wouldn't tell them everything. So the lawyer for the Rzuceks said, if we could have taken this further, I think things would have been different. I also have that video that I've got saved that we can watch too. But they did have a lawyer. They had a lawyer. They were going after something. They had a lawyer.
Pissing away money on a lawyer when they could just hire a private investigator.
And I think they did, but I don't know what happened. Lizzie said their relationship was weird and also shared that she's now a born-again Christian.
Yeah, what all fucking sluts say.
How can it turn romantic when you're in prison? Just saying.
Everyone is a born-again Christian. That's like the most basic fucking popular, like, you know how many social media accounts are like born-again Christian? It's just the fucking popular thing to say right now. Same thing as these.
She said. Yeah.
No fucking bone to pick since we're on this topic. Same thing as these fucking so-called Republican goth or emo or alternative influencers. You can't be fucking goth and Republican. You also can't be goth and liberal because goth hates fucking conformity and systems and everything politics fucking is. So your whole little bit about being a goth Christian Republican influencer is fucking bullshit from the start. God damn it. I don't like that these people are getting popular, and it upsets real emos like myself. Anyway.
Yeah.
Rant over.
You feel better, Casey?
No, because this fucking idiot is still gonna put on his dumb. It's coming from a guy who paints his face. Still gonna put on his dumb face paint and pretend to be a fucking goth Republican.
Nice. Does he have a channel? We don't want to know what it is, but does he have his own channel, YouTube channel? Is that what he's trying to do?
I don't even know this dude's name. I just keep seeing.
No, I don't want to know it, but
on like
Oh,
Instagram
okay.
and Shorts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't even fucking. He's just some fucking dude. But I keep seeing. It started out. I found this chick on Instagram who at first I thought was funny until I realized what her bit is.
Yeah.
And it's just her like shitting on people who are on food stamps and welfare and whatever, but she dresses like she's emo. And I was like, okay, that's a fucking stupid bit. And now I'm just seeing more and more and more of them popping up. And I'm just like, you can't, like, you're defeating the entire purpose of what that is, you fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's like, it would be like going to a skate park and being like, I'm a skateboarder, and then taking out a soccer ball and kicking that around the skate park. It's like, you're not a fucking skateboarder, you're a soccer player. It's
Right.
not the same thing.
Yeah.
Stop
Right.
it.
Right. Except you don't have a bunch of pronouns, Casey.
Oh, I could get a bunch of pronouns. You just don't tempt me with a good time. I don't call you emo. I call myself emo. I'm a little emo kid at heart, dude. I listen to fucking pop punk albums. Fucking Pierce the Veil doing Taylor Swift songs. Like, I was 13, 14, 15 in the early 2000s when emo was a thing. Like, I'm a legit OG emo kid, man.
I'm not a Swiftie.
Me neither, but when you put a kick drum and some growls and some machine gun guitar behind Blank Space, it's just not a bad song.
I seen her when she first came out in 2008. She opened for Sawyer Brown.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, that's about the time.
Yep.
What a weird fucking time in the world 2008 was.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift was just starting, and at the same time, pop punk emo was being born, and fucking people like me were crying to Evanescence albums. And also Obama.
Ugh.
He killed a guy.
Yeah. A few, maybe. Allegedly, in my opinion. We're probably going to only listen to her probably about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know how we got here. I got mad about something, and that led to the emo fucking.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, that was that's when she first came out. That's when she dressed normal, and when she wasn't weird.
When she was just like a fucking girl. Look at me, I'm just a girl. She had with like teardrops on my guitar and shit.
Yeah, she came out in like cowboy boots and a dress, because at the time that's what the thing was, you know. And she had a guitar. I mean, she just looked.
I'm gonna get you fucking copyrighted for
singing
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, she just looked normal. She was just normal, and she opened for Sawyer Brown. It was the chili cook-off, and there was a bunch of them there. There was Sawyer Brown was there. She opened for him. Big and Rich was there.
Nice.
Justin Moore was there. Gosh, there was a couple of others there.
2008, that's a hell of a lineup.
Yeah, it was awesome. And we were pretty close to the stage. I mean, we were like right there. So it was pretty fun, but she just was normal, and then I don't know what happened, but my husband really never did like her. He said she whined. He thinks she whines when she sings. So he didn't really care. He didn't really care he's never liked her. So, but yeah, it was.
I always just saw her as the country pop star. It's the same equation. You just take the average girl. You take I'm just a girl, and you give her a guitar, and you put her on a record label, and you make the all-American, like, look, young girls, you too can have all your wildest dreams, because look, here's Taylor Swift singing about her high school crush, and she's like got to write them notes through the window, or whatever the fuck that music video was, where they're like in love but they can't be together or whatever, and then you'll find your high school sweetheart, and then definitely not break up like 2 years after high school.
Yeah.
we stepped on it. And no, you didn't step on my emotions. I think I'm getting more and more annoyed with people's gimmicks on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
Which is coming from a guy who works a gimmick on the internet. Like I'm the gimmick guy, but I don't know, something about goth and or emo conservative YouTubers. I'm just like, okay, you can go fuck yourself, sir.
Well, it's the weird stuff that people go in and they have like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 subscribers, and they do weird crap like that. And I get on here and discuss true crime, and on my other channel, I do readings and stuff, and I can't even get 1,000 people. I can't even get 500 over here, and people will go watch that crap.
It's not even so much about like if you were doing it for entertainment. Like obviously, I work a gimmick to add entertainment value to what we're doing. These people are like fucking serious. These people actually think that they're like counterculture Republicans, which is like you can't be counterculture and political, you dumb fuck. And they take themselves so serious, and it like I don't know, I don't get it, and it's starting to annoy me. And I think it is because you have people like us where like, okay, I do the face paint thing, I work a gimmick, whatever, but we're like, one, I don't take myself that seriously. Like, I know I look cool as fuck. That's kind of the point. But two, we aren't trying to be like, this is clearly a gimmick to pander to people who aren't necessarily on the right, but also can't stand the left. And if you can be like emo, like if I just started talking about Republican shit, a bunch of dudes that look like me would probably go, huh, that guy makes good points. But I would just be pandering to those people instead of just being myself.
Yeah.
So then I see this and I'm like, all right, if you're truly this emo, goth, fucking counterculture, whatever you're trying to be, everything about that is about expressing your true self. And you're not, because you're just joining in with groupthink about whatever the fuck it's cool for MAGA people to think right now.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a girl who lives in her car and has a mix.
She doesn't live in her car. Sorry, she fucking doesn't.
Which one, Ryan Gray Wolf, are you talking about? Oh, Lord.
I have 7,000 subscribers and I don't live in my car. I'm close. We're about to be living in my car, but I don't right now. 1 million subscribers and living in your car, go fuck yourself.
You could sell parts in a jar for a lot.
Mine might be considered war crimes. That might be chemical warfare. I have Crohn's disease and a terrible diet, so
yeah. Okay, let's see. We're gonna listen about 10 more minutes of her, because I want to eventually make it through this interview. I don't know if we will, because it's so long listening to her. So aggravating after a while, because like you said, she just keeps running around
on the phone 15 minutes 20 minutes. Like, you're gonna have to look at the records, to be honest with you. Like, I so much.
You like to talk, I can tell a little bit.
See?
400 when she was young, she'd crank out about 400 words a minute, gusts up to 600. The whole thing can yak, man.
You're a talker, so I'm
so let's just joke and make fun.
So
some water while you're out there with them, please. Thank you.
Another bottle.
At least one.
Let's move to Sunday. Well, let me reverse something. Your conversation with the children, or about the children, was there ever talk about medical concerns with either of the children?
Well, I know Cece is allergic to not peanuts, like pine nuts. Pine nuts.
So she has a nut allergy.
Yes.
Did they take meds?
Yeah, I know that she had like an EpiPen, but as far as I know, she didn't have any meds. But I never asked. Like, I
Now
was
listen to what she says here. She doesn't know a lot about Shanann. She didn't know a lot about the kids. She thought they were separated and getting a divorce, but she knows that Cece has a tree nut allergy, and uses an EpiPen.
The only part of that I believe is I believe that Chris might have told his side chick he was already divorced. That part I believe. But fuck off, lady. You know everything there is to know about Shanann and the kids.
Well, the day after the murder, she looked up marrying your mistress. You don't look up marrying your mistress if it's a divorce in the middle of a divorce, because you're not a mistress if they're getting a divorce. That tells me you know
I
that
mean,
there's not even a divorce in there. Because you still call yourself a mistress.
that just sounds like fucking NK thinks she's all sexy and whatever. That just sounds like she's trying to be, like she fancies herself a little seductress.
Yeah. What else did she? I think it was marrying your mistress, and I know she Googled that. Let's see.
Think she's fake homeless? I mean, I guess, all right, define homeless. Actual homeless or has a super pimped out van that's basically a house on wheels? Is it like actually homeless? No. I believe she lives in a super nice van if that's the case. But if it's like fully pretending she lives in her car, no. Fuck off. You make way too much money. You can get a hotel room or an Airbnb or whatever whenever you want. There's no way.
So she Googled Amber Frey's book, and do people hate Amber Frey?
Yes.
So I think she was thinking of a book deal.
I'm sure she was.
And then she asked Chris, "Are we bad people for having an affair?"
Claims to live in a Honda Civic and what bullshit. The fuck you live in a Honda Civic with 1,000,000 subs? Fucking bullshit. There's no way. Why would you? I am scrambling my ass off and doing everything I can so I can keep getting hotel rooms a couple nights at a time so I don't have to live in my car. Why would you choose to do that?
Yeah,
There's
if you
no
had that many
fucking way.
subscribers, really?
There's no way. That's completely a gimmick. And that's what I mean. People are working these gimmicks like they're like fucking Reckless Ben pretending to be all poor and shit. Which, by the way, it's coming out more and more that he might be a shitbag and I might be right. But either way, people are working these gimmicks when they're like, oh, I live in my car and I'm fucking poor, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, just to get sympathy money. I guarantee her chat sends her a bunch of super chats and donations because she's homeless, when in reality, she's got enough money to probably buy a fucking house. She just doesn't want to because it'll fuck up her gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah. She can't be living in a car no more if she moves into a house. Then what are they going to send her money for?
Claims to shower in gyms, but eats and lives in California. Has over 800,000 subs in less than 3. Who the fuck does she know? That's some industry plant shit for real. You don't just do that. That I have to look into this chick now. This is a fucking actual industry plant psyop bullshit.
I used to think the Alaskan bush people and life below zero people really lived out in the wilderness.
Oh, okay. Running Grey Wolf just solved the riddle. I know exactly what she's doing. She's running this gimmick to promote her fucking OnlyFans, which is where she makes her actual money. And I guarantee you, if she go to her OnlyFans, she's in a room inside of a house. I fucking promise you. That's what they all do. There's this other little hippie chick with dreadlocks, and like she looks like at first glance an actual hippie, but then turns out no, she's got like $1 bajillion and a nice penthouse and a Bentley, and she's just an OnlyFans model. I guarantee this chick's doing the same thing. She's acting like she's a poor little hippie girl to promote her OnlyFans, where she makes millions of fucking dollars.
Yeah. All in with Ari.
Apparently, she quit YouTube 3 years ago. Unless I'm on the wrong page.
Did you send it to me, Running Grey Wolf? Okay, I'm going to send it to you, Casey.
No, I think I found it.
Okay.
And I'm also finding a bunch of videos about how she's a scammer and how she was fake homeless. Was from Arkansas and got kicked out, so she went to live with her dad in California. I mean, I might be able to believe that part, but only sent the story another. Maybe she's on TikTok now. Well, it looks like, just from a quick fucking 2-minute YouTube search, it looked like she got called out for doing exactly what I said she was doing a couple years ago, and maybe that's blown over a little bit and she's back to it, but it looks like she's already been called out for this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, TikTok. And Instagram.
Yeah, that's where you do the thirst trapping.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, just about 10 more minutes. So she knows a lot about them to not know a lot about them.
Told like she has a pretty severe allergy, and
Enough to carry an EpiPen. That's pretty severe.
yeah, while we're on this, so when he was in North Carolina,
Listen to this.
this is all like hearsay now because it's like this is not a conversation. Like he's telling me this stuff, but who knows exactly what happened. But he went out there to go see his family and her family. And while he was in town before he went out to North Carolina, I guess his mother had accidentally like not exposed her to something with nuts, but had like given a product, I think it was like ice cream, to a different kid that could have traces of nuts or something. I don't know. But it was like his daughter was fine, but she was like in the range of contamination. And I think his wife was very upset about that And when he got to North Carolina, he told
Fucking
me
weird.
that he was supposed to.
So she just called her his wife. So you know they're still married.
Well, now she knows that. She didn't at the time.
Mm-hmm. And she knows a lot about what happened while they were there, doesn't she?
Now
So
she knows that. She didn't at the time.
Chris tells her a lot, doesn't he?
Now
lot.
she knows that. She didn't at the time. That's her whole,
Mhm.
that's I'm just reenacting the entire fucking interview.
Yeah.
And now I know that, but I didn't
Yeah.
back then. This is all she said.
I know. And she's like, she can remember this story, but she
didn't
can't.
know that back then.
She can't remember the 111-minute phone conversation they had. She can't remember if he texted her or called her.
Probably because she was high as fuck, because I assume they both had to do something. I don't think they were sober when they were doing that.
Yeah. She can't remember any of that stuff, but she can remember this. No, I cannot. I cannot.
Spend like half time with them, half the time with her family, and that was supposed to be what it was. I don't know. But he said that he went to go see his family and they weren't answering the phone for like a day or two before he went out there. And then when he got there, there was a note on the door that said, son, if you step by, we're at the beach. And they ignored him for like most of the time that he was out there. And
I didn't even know that. Through all of the stuff that we've been doing on the Watts, I never knew his family ignored him the whole time he was out there till like the day before they left. I did not know they ignored him and wouldn't talk to him because they got into an argument with Shanann. I didn't know that. But she knew it. So he must have really talked to her a lot while he was there and after he got back, because Shanann's ultrasound was August the 8th, and it was at 7:00 at night. And this is a part I don't understand. When Chris, I don't know if he got off work and did this, or he told her he was working late, or he just told her, I'm going somewhere and I'm not telling you where I'm going. I don't really know what he told Shanann, but on August the 8th, she had a sonogram was at 7:00 that night. So Chris, after work, went to see NK. He met Shanann there at the doctor's office. He didn't even go with her from the house. And he wouldn't even hold her hand or anything, hug her or anything. What did he tell Shanann? Where was those hours that what did he tell Shanann he was at? What did he tell her? I'm working late. Well, I mean, what did he tell her? So when he went from work to NK's house, and then he went from NK's apartment to the sonogram, that's the night NK gave him the key to her apartment. But yet she was backing off so that he could fix things.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they were talking the entire time he was with his family or with fucking whatever. While he was being ignored out there, I'm sure they were talking the entire time.
Yeah, because Shanann would go to bed and he would sleep on the couch.
I mean, yeah, that's what you do when you're getting divorced.
Yeah. But except she didn't want that. That's not what she wanted.
No, I don't understand why people are so like, oh my god, he wouldn't sleep with her and he slept out on the couch. But yeah, that's what dudes do when they don't want to be with their wife anymore.
Yeah. But she was
I
trying.
understand she wanted, right, I understand
Yeah.
that, but like for her to be so appalled, she was like fucking offended, which I guess I get it if you're like all of a sudden your husband doesn't want anything to do with you. All of a sudden you're
Mhm.
like, oh, what, am I not attractive anymore or whatever? But at the same time, like that's not that weird to me that he was not
Right.
trying to have sex with her and sleeping on the couch and stuff. I feel like I've heard a lot of people talk about that when they talk about this case, and it's like that's the thing that makes the most sense to me. He didn't want to be with her, so he wasn't having sex with her.
Right. But
Yeah.
I think it for Shanann it would have been easier had she not been pregnant. That's the big thing here from a female side of it. He wanted the baby because he said he wanted it. He even admitted he wanted it. But then NK changed his mind. So you get her pregnant because that's something you want, and now you're acting like this. So from her point of view, that's fucked up. I don't care
Well,
if you don't want to be with me or not. You did this, your ass is going to be in here. That's how I feel about it. So I don't understand. I understand it, but it's not right. You made this situation. Now you just want to disconnect yourself from it. That's not right.
there's also some I've never understood this. I've always thought like if you're already in a bad spot in a relationship, being pregnant is probably going to make it worse. But there's something about when a breakup is inevitable and dudes know the relationship is over, for some reason, a lot of dudes just try to have a kid, like as if that's going to fix fucking anything. But
Yeah.
that's a really normal. I've seen so many guys like really want to have another baby. We need to have a baby, 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 baby. And then they get her pregnant, and then they're like, all right, well, that didn't fucking solve anything. So I
Yeah.
still want a divorce.
Yeah. But see, at the time they were planning that, there was no issues. There was no problems.
No, there was. He just thought that if he got her pregnant again, somehow that would make him feel better.
Well, he thought, and this is the reason I say this, he thought, so he told Tammy Lee and Coder that they're like, well, why did you want a baby if you felt this way? And he's like, well, I actually didn't think it would happen that quick because Bella and Cece took so long to get pregnant with. I didn't think that it would happen that quick. He said, but it happened like really fast. So my thing is, he probably thought he could keep it from happening for a while. And by the time he decided to make his move to leave, she wouldn't be pregnant because it took so long for her to get pregnant the other two times. You see what I'm saying? It took quick this time, and he was not expecting that. And he said that. He said, I didn't think she would get pregnant that quick. So he was thinking it would not happen.
I
But
do
it-
see what you're saying. I just don't
Yeah.
think. I don't think he wanted the baby. I think he wanted
I grumpy old.
basically another honeymoon period. He wanted something new in the relationship to try to like get some sort of spark back.
Yeah. Yep. Because he said, I didn't think it would happen that fast. So I honestly think he thought he had time. I think that's what he thought. Okay. For just a few more minutes listening to this thing here.
His own family?
Yes. His mom, his dad, and
What do
his
you-
sister.
What's the significance? Do you know why?
Yeah, he said.
Listen to this.
And again, I don't know what is true with this man anymore and what's not, but he told me that, like, leading up to it, I was like, well, why are your folks like ignoring you? And I was like really concerned about this. Like every single day he would talk to me when he was out there, and I was like, you talked to your family today? You talked to your family today? Did you talk to your dad? What happened? Did you talk to him? No, I didn't. Or yeah, I talked to my mom. Well, what'd she say? Are you gonna hang out with him? Like, I wanted him to see his people because it's important. Family is an important thing.
What? What'd she just say?
Well, I don't. Yeah, she's fucking lying to the interrogator. That's
Family is an important thing.
yeah, she's lying to the interrogator.
Family is an important thing, and your butt buddy, boyfriend, just annihilated his whole family with some help, in my opinion. And you say family is important. What?
You know, it just needs to function properly. And
Sure.
And so I was like, well, and he was like, well, they're ignoring me. And I was like, what do you think happened? And he was like, I'm not really sure, but I think something was said between my wife and them during that incident. And he's like, because
The
every time,
peanut or
yes, that
fruit
happened
nuts.
before he got there, yes. And he's like, because every time that I try to, I talk about possibly going over there to see if they're home, she gets upset about it. And I was like, okay. And he told me that his mom and his wife did not get along at all. He said that his mom didn't even show up to his wedding because she's like really did not care for Shanann. So
That is the first time I ever, and the only time I ever heard her say her name. Ever. She's never said her name.
Yeah, I'm sure she doesn't like to say it.
She's always said her or his ex-wife. She's never, and now wife all of a sudden, but she's never called her by her name.
Yeah, because that makes it real.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
again, I don't know what's true and what's not, but I just know that there was like some tension there.
Mhm.
And again, like that part is like, I feel like it's almost third party. So that's why it's
Sure.
like I didn't even
Well, but
bring
it
up
came from
the
him
other
to
day.
you, so it's not. It is something that is
Huh.
whether it's important or not. We can validate that. I'm sure we.
What's
will have
Daddy
some
doing down
conversations
there?
with family, what does it mean? I don't know. But
Yeah, I don't know either, but I just
Googling
know.
maybe
something,
she,
or
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
He's doing something on his phone.
No.
Looks like he's texting.
Well, and then he ended up seeing them on the last like full day that he was there, and they told him supposedly that she had gotten really upset and then screamed and yelled in front of Chris's sister's kids that are very young, and to his mom and to his dad, and said like, "You're never going to see Chris again. You're never going to see me. You're never going to see the babies," and just like threatened them, and then like walked off. And I guess that was the incident.
Now you see right there where she said Shanann said all of that to his parents and screamed and yelled in front of little kids. I don't see Shanann doing that because she didn't do it in front of hers. But that story sounds awful familiar because Chris said that Shanann yelled at him and said, "You're never going to see your kids again." That's where he got that crap from.
I,
Because he told her that that's what his parents said. So that's what he used when he's in an interrogation room. Because he said, Shanann said, "I'll never see my kids again, the girls again." That's where he got that from, to blame it on
I mean,
Shanann.
she probably fucking did. If he's running around cheating on her, being a fucking douchebag like we know he is, he probably did say that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That happened prior to him coming out there, and then she didn't tell him about it.
Mhm.
She just like let it go, and then he just spent all week trying to figure out why his family was.
Now that's not true. Shanann did tell him about it.
I also
Because-
don't believe his family would be ignoring him. Why the
Yeah.
fuck would they be ignore her? Maybe don't let her come around or whatever, but why would they be ignoring him? That makes no
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
If he really told NK that, he's lying to her. Because that doesn't make any sense.
Because Shanann did tell him that. She texted him and told him what happened the day it happened.
If anything, I feel like it was kind of a known thing that his mom and Shanann didn't get along with each other, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like if anything, his family would have been calling him immediately, using this as a reason to be like, see, your wife's being a fucking bitch. This is why you should just leave her.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I don't feel like they would just be ghosting him because his
Right.
wife pissed them off, when it sounds like they were trying to get him to divorce her for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. They were making things worse, I'm sure. But she's saying right here, Shanann didn't say anything. She just let it go and let him wonder what was going on. That's not true. Shanann texted him before he even got to North Carolina and told him there was a problem.
You got to remember, though, she's fucking lying in this interview. Like,
yeah, I get it. I get it. It's just, she's just like, nothing she's saying is true. She's lying. After everything she's saying is nothing but lies. Nothing but lies. And they don't even question her on any of it. Like, they don't come back and say, you know what? We got proof, text messages that discount that.
Well, the problem is they don't. The problem is, I'm sure all of these
No, they
text
have
messages,
Shanann's. They have Shanann's text messages to Chris. They have Shanann's phone.
Yeah. Right, but what I'm saying is, I'm sure he told NK, "Oh, my family's mad at me and they're ignoring me and whatever." Is that really the case? No,
Right.
I don't fucking believe it. I'm sure that was a conversation that they had that the officer can pull up and see,
Yeah.
but I'm sure when they actually talked on the phone, he said a lot more than just what he said. Like, think about when you're texting somebody versus when you're talking on the phone with them. You say a lot more.
Yeah. But I don't think he told her that. I think she's making this shit up. I don't think he told her that. I don't think he told her his parents ignored him. I do think he might have told her. I don't even think that he told her Shanann didn't tell him, because I know, I feel, I don't know.
I bet he told her something to the effect of, "My family's mad at Shanann and I can't get a hold of them and I don't know what's going on." And NK took that and turned it into they were ignoring him and fucking blah, 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 blah. It sounds like she's embellishing.
It's hard to believe that she didn't look at his phone and see what he was saying back and forth to Shanann.
I mean, I'm sure she did.
Yeah. His family probably knew they were in a financial debt. They probably did. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
not trying to be involved.
Gotcha.
So again, I'm not sure. That was like, it just feels really third party, so it's hard for me to like talk about because
Sure.
like, I don't know how
That's
much.
okay.
Then why are you talking about it?
Validation.
So beyond the nut allergy for CC, did you know of any other? Did she take meds that you know of other than carrying an EpiPen?
His kids or his wife?
No, his children.
No.
And now, well, if you know anything about his wife's medical conditions, if she had any.
No, I've like read in the newspaper they keep saying, oh, she had medical conditions, and I'm like, is that a misprint? Are they talking about CC, or is that just something else I don't know?
So you don't know anything about Shanann having any kind of medical problems?
No.
Okay. Covered Saturday. So there's a phone call Saturday night, actually, from, it can't be Saturday, it had to be Sunday. I wrote that down quickly. Sunday night. Is there anything else you think? Let me just back up from the Saturday where you guys had a meal at the Lazy Dog to prior for the 6 weeks that you guys were serious. And although your dad's here, and I think you're probably pretty comfortable, your relationship with Chris was, can you describe your relationship?
I mean, when he was with me, I considered it to be fairly healthy. It was open communication, and it was what I thought was honest, and it was very calm. It was respectful. We got along really well. He gave me my space when I needed it. I gave him his.
No, you didn't. Stop
And
it.
anytime like he wanted
Stop
to
it.
like anytime that his kids could be in like his life for hours or days or whenever they were home, I made sure that I wasn't a presence in his life.
Okay, so right there. That tells you they have been together way longer than they said. Because if they said it was right before Shanann went to North Carolina, the kids weren't there. So how are you making time for him to be with his kids when they're not even there? They're in North Carolina. So you were seeing each other before she even left. And not like you said for just the 5 weeks she's gone, because the kids weren't there. They wouldn't have been an issue. You wouldn't have had to have let him share his time with the kids when they were home, because they were only home a couple of days after Shanann got back from North Carolina. Then she went on her trip. So then he had them by himself. So there's only a couple of days there that you would have to give him space to be with his kids. So you were seeing him before Shanann left and when Shanann was still in Colorado.
I mean, unless he just told her sometimes, like, oh, I can't meet up right now because I have the girls. If we want to believe that he told her he was actually divorced and not just getting separated or whatever, he might have used that as an excuse to just be like, oh, I can't come out today, I have the girls.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they said they were only together in the 5 weeks that Shanann and the girls were gone.
No, I know that, but
So
what
she
I'm
wouldn't
saying
have.
is he might have actually told her that and it was just an excuse.
Yeah, he may have, but I think since they were gone, she wouldn't have to worry about the kids. And if she knew they were gone, so he couldn't lie to her and say, well, I got to spend time with the kids because they were gone. She knew they were gone.
Well, if she wanted to, if she was pursuing him before the 5 weeks, before Shanann went on vacation, but yeah, she might have been like flirting with him and trying to get him to come hang out after work or whatever. and he was trying to convince her that he was divorced from his wife. So
Yeah.
instead of being like, "Oh, I can't come out because my wife will wonder where I'm at,"
Right.
"Oh, I can't come out because I have the girls tonight."
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I feel like it was with that statement, it's Shanann was and the girls were in town. Y'all started seeing each other and stepping out, whatever you want to call it, before Shanann was gone. Or the girl, that wouldn't even be a statement that she made because the girls wouldn't be there for him to have that as an excuse. Because
Yeah.
she knew they were gone. So that makes me think they were together way longer, if that makes sense. I wonder if the kids ever brought up Daddy was with a friend. I wonder that too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like after he picked him up or something from school or something like that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
so that he could be the best dad that he needed to be. And I mean, I thought what we had, it was very comfortable for me. I enjoyed it. I think he did very much as well.
You guys, 6 8 weeks, 2 months, whatever it was, you guys had an intimate relationship during that time.
Yes.
Okay, so you're pretty serious. Did he ever tell you that he loved you?
Yes, he did.
Did you ever tell him the same?
A couple times.
Notwithstanding that today, because those thoughts may have changed for you, but on, let's go Sunday into Monday or Monday, did you still love him on those days?
I think it was something where it was like I said it a few times.
If that man don't stop clicking that damn pen, Mr. Man here.
And I meant it, but he definitely felt the urge to say it to me a lot more than I did to him because it was just all very new to me. And it was like, take your time with this. Like, you don't need.
It's all very new to me, but you're telling him what to do. Have you noticed in here, she's always telling him what to do. She's always giving him advice. She's always telling him, I think you should do it this way. You never hear her say, he said, maybe I should do it this way, or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like I said before, he's a fucking insecure loser who doesn't know how to do anything.
Yep.
Yeah, like I was saying before, he's an insecure loser who doesn't know how to fucking do anything.
Yeah.
So of course NK was having to tell him what to do because first he had mommy his whole life, then he had Shanann, and now he's got fucking NK.
And that proves right there that Shanann did the same thing because he wouldn't speak up, he wouldn't talk, he wouldn't tell his opinion, just like he won't with NK. She's telling him to do everything. And they're like, oh, well, Shanann was just bossy. Well, apparently you have to be with him. Because like you said, he just doesn't say anything. He doesn't engage. He's an idiot. So the female had to be the one to tell him what to say, what to do, how to act, because he wasn't doing it himself. So you can't really bag on Shanann for that when NK's doing it too. She's doing the same thing. Because that's how he is. He allows people to do him that way because he doesn't step up and voice his opinion or talk. So he was letting NK do the same thing to him that Shanann was, that he said he was tired of. Yeah, that's what I'm saying with a few weeks. So I don't think it was a few weeks. I don't think it was. Although Chris has proven it doesn't take him long to fall in love because now he's got somebody he wants to marry in less than a year. Right?
Because as soon as anyone gives him attention, that's good enough. Because deep down, he knows he's a fucking loser who doesn't deserve anything. So
And
as soon as anyone gives him attention, he's all about it.
and what do you want to bet? Lizzie told him what to do
I
or
guarantee it. She
suggested.
said, let's get married so that we can fucking do this, this, and that. I guarantee you that's what happened.
Yep. Yep. Guarantee you that's what happened. Yep.
Need to like rush that, you know? Like I remember when he was in North Carolina and he was like trying to patch things up with his wife and he told me he loved me and I was like, don't say that to me. Like, please go try to fit. And I mean, and that might even be in the text too, where it's like, don't say those words to me and then go try to make peace with your wife and lay in bed with another woman. Like, just don't do that. And I was like, it's not that I don't appreciate.
But yet you were sending him nudes. You were sending him nude pictures. You were texting him. You were calling him. He was sending you pictures of necklaces.
Yeah, because again, fucking sorry, ladies, but I'm calling your asses out. That's what you guys fucking do.
Yeah.
You're not gonna leave. Like, you're not gonna either leave a relationship or end a relationship or even stay out of a fucking relationship. When you have your eyes on a dude, you all do that shit. You're all sending pictures. You're all playing pick me. I'm sorry, it is what it is.
Yeah.
When you're trying to get the attention of a dude, you all do the same shit. Like, yeah, of course, on paper, she wants to be like, no, I wanted him to work it out with his wife, and I look at me, I'm such a good lady. Fucking bullshit. Because every girl I've ever met, when they decide they want to be with me and they decide they want to pursue me, it's fucking relentless, dude. I don't even have to do anything. They do it all themselves.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. She really didn't mean that. She was like, and I want you, this is her,
No.
I want you to work it out with your wife and just step back and don't text me anymore. But the whole time I'm shaking my head no, because that's not really what I want you to do. I really don't want you to do that.
I have had someone telling me, maybe it's better if I just figure my life out and maybe I got some stuff to work out and maybe now's not the best time for me to be in a relationship with anyone, and then turning around and immediately sending me sexy photos. I'm like, well, what? Clearly now I want to come hang out with you because you're sending me to. Do I need to work my shit out, or are you going to send me titty pics? What is this?
Right. Which one is it? Yeah. Mixed signals from hell. Yeah. Ronnie, he had a girlfriend in high school, but Shanann was his first serious love girlfriend. I totally see what you're saying, Casey, and I agree with you. Because I know the whole time she's sitting there telling them, oh, I told him to work it out with his wife. But yet they have and they see text messages from your phone to Chris. While you're telling him to work it out, they have evidence that you were still texting and talking to him. Even the forensic detective that pulled all of your phone information said that she was creepy, that there was way more communication between her and Chris than she's saying. He even said in 2018 they didn't have the capabilities to extract stuff from Apple phones. But they had the technology to look behind the calculator app. But they didn't have the technology to get deep into Snapchat and what was the other one? Is it Skype? What is it?
I don't know.
Something like
First
that.
of all, bullshit, because yes, they did, but I don't know.
Yeah. So they know the conversation she was having. So
yeah, it's the same thing. It's the honeymoon phase, is what it is. You might like. There may have been times where they had conversations where he was like, "Man, I feel like I'm a shitbag for cheating on my wife," and she was like, "Yeah, you should really probably work that out." But then I'm sure they were just immediately back to making out and having fun and like, I get it. I know what new relationships are like. I get it. But there ain't no fucking way she was actually being like, yeah, let's not do this anymore, and you go work it
right,
out with your wife.
100%. Hi, Eli. How are you? At work, about to go home, but I'm sure. Does that mean home?
Yeah.
Yes, good to see you. You've been working. Working. Speaking of Progressive Patriot, if all goes well, Wednesday night, we are talking. So this will be the segue for Progressive Patriot, even though Eli can't be here all the time. And I get it because he's working. I still do the Progressive Minds for Crime Time. We kind of put different things under there other than just true crime, because that's what it's about, Progressive Minds. So whenever Eli can join, he's still going to join, but I'm still going to keep it running just to keep it going so people start getting used to having a different, part under Barnes and Noble. So we are doing tell them what we're doing, Casey. Who are we doing?
Did I forget already?
You probably did. I don't know why he's a metalhead. How could you forget who we're doing?
Oh, I'm fucking. That's not metal. Come on now. You threw
No,
me
he's
off
not.
with that shit.
He's not.
Legitimately threw Kurt
I
Cobain.
did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did legitimately throw you off.
That's not
Less
metal, though.
available.
That's grunge. God damn it.
Yes, I know, but I knew that would wake you up and throw you into what I need you to say. Less
Metal.
available.
I was like fucking Slipknot, Gwar, Slayer. What the fuck?
No, we did
Oh
talk
yeah,
about
Kurt
Slipknot.
Cobain.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain. That's who we're talking about. Less available, but we're reaching out every which way to collab. Yep.
Fucking
So if you're off
weird
Wednesday,
job for being gay and going to work all the time.
God, he's being an adult. Don't we hate it? Yeah.
Fucking loser.
I know, right? This phone nonsense, right? Me too. Me too. So we're going to do Kurt Cobain. We are going to talk about Courtney Love. We're going to talk about his questionable demise.
His impossible unaliving.
We are.
You know what's crazy? How the shell casing magically landed on the other side of the body from where the ejection port is. That's fucking wild.
That's a trick. I wonder how he did that, being that he was probably incapable of even holding a pencil in his hand, much
Yeah,
less.
also, the fact that he did this with enough heroin in his system to fucking kill an elephant.
Exactly. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the new stuff that has come out about someone requesting all of the evidence to be sent to her and for them not to keep any copies.
So this is the fucking most obvious. I don't want to give everything away, but like, god damn, dude. For real? I mean, I know you're that dumb, but are you that dumb?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know it's going to get harder, but it's still falling under Barnes and Noble. It still falls under there, and it's still going to be under that live, right? So we're just going to kind of segue it around like that. And when you can, you're always welcome. You can always jump up here whenever you're ready. All you have to do is say, send me the link.
Or check the
I,
goddamn group chat, and the link's in
Yep.
there.
yeah, I'll put it in there. Yeah, so just, you're always welcome. But I really want to talk about Kurt Cobain. I did a reading on Kurt Cobain a while ago. And so when she came out and said she wanted the evidence, I thought, oh, this is definitely not a true crime, but it's a
I mean, it kind of is.
It kind of is, because it is a crime, I think, that she
I think enough people think that it wasn't actually a shmoo or schmide. It's true crimey. I think there's enough of a conspiracy theory there to put it under true crime.
Well, you don't request evidence from 30 years ago to be sent to you and it destroyed other copies exist. If there isn't something, because if you agree with it and you don't have nothing to hide, why do you want the evidence? What does it matter?
Just to double check and make sure it's right.
Sure. Okay. Well, okay.
I'm gonna have to look into. She didn't get anything from Nirvana, right?
That I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't remember if she ended up. I know she was in it for the money, obviously, but I don't remember if she actually got any or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't went into search for like that kind of stuff, like what did she do after his death and stuff. I didn't search into that.
What she did was a lot of heroin. That's what she did.
Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like I said in my reading, I don't think she was there alone. So I feel like it was 3 to 4 people there.
Yeah. Well, there's even in the official reports, there's at least a couple of people who were like in the actual house, because he was found out in like there's like a loft kind of hangout area. He was found up there.
Yeah.
So apparently there was a couple people actually in the house, but they didn't find him for however, I think it was like a day or something kind of ridiculous to be in a house with a dead body and just not notice. I know they were all drug addicts, but like, come on now.
Yeah. I didn't know that there was actually anybody in the house. I thought when I first done the reading, and like I said,
they may not have been there when it actually happened, but someone showed up right after, or like his buddies were. It was kind of a flop house. His friends were just kind of in and out of the house all the time, whenever.
Yeah.
So I don't remember if there was someone there when the trigger was pulled, but there was someone there like within an hour or two of it happening.
Yeah. Because I didn't, I don't do research when I do a reading. I don't do research on it. I just get the basic information because I don't want any extra information. And when I done the reading, I'm like, well, there was people there, at least 3 or 4 people there. They know what happened. Like they were in the room. They know what happened. And 100%, I don't feel he did that. And I didn't get that in. I didn't get
That's
that.
what I've always thought too. I've always thought it seems really convenient that like they know. I forget who it was. It was like a couple of his random buddies or whatever, but they know who was in that house
Yeah.
within a very close proximity to the time he actually died. Seems very convenient that they're all just like, oh,
Mhm.
weird, man.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah. Kurt Cobain. This is the Kurt Cobain case, and we're going to cover it, if everything goes right, Wednesday night.
yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
I'm open. Me and Cher are doing the Funhouse tomorrow and I think Friday. So
Cool. And do you want to say what you're discussing, or is it a surprise? Or do you know? Or do you know?
tomorrow, I think we're talking about Perez Hilton.
Okay. That'll be good. Be interesting.
Yeah, it's enough little details have come out. I feel a little bit better. Like, it's easy to talk about that kind of thing the day after it happens and
Right.
speculate and say this and say that and fucking blah, 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 blah. But much like with everything, I felt like it was a little more respectful, to not just come out and be talking about him. Like, 24 hours later is not long enough to be done dealing with a mental breakdown.
Right.
So he's at least had a little bit of time to fucking catch his breath, even though the entire world was talking about him.
Right.
And yeah, like I said, there's enough little details that have come out that kind of put things into perspective that, like,
Yeah.
I know when it first happened, I heard like, oh, it's fucking demons, it's the Illuminati, and it's this and that, and da 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 da. Now that more details have come out, I can kind of piece together a timeline, being not only someone who's had a mental breakdown like that, but also now being an actual mental health. I don't know. It's hard to say I'm a mental health professional because I'm not
Yeah.
a fucking professional, but knowing as much as I do,
Right.
everything makes a lot more sense now that we're getting a little bit more details. So, yeah, I feel like there can be more of a nuanced conversation instead of just like, oh, it's the fucking demons. Like,
Yeah.
all
Right. Yeah. And that, there's so much out there. They're saying, well, now he's in a psych ward, and he's he's not
good.
gonna.
He fucking needs to be for
Yeah,
a little while.
He's not gonna come home for months. Well, probably because of his injuries, just by themselves, he probably will not be home for a while. I would think.
Know. It didn't look, from what I saw, none of it. It all looked pretty superficial. None of it looked that bad.
Well, they said he had to have some surgeries.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
But we'll probably get into this tomorrow on the Funhouse. But like, I've self-harmed myself to the point where I needed stitches. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not trying to make light of that. I'm just saying
Yeah,
nothing seemed like it was actually life-threatening. It all seemed like it was more.
I think probably what was more life threatening was this blood loss.
Yeah, even that though, you can lose a surprising amount of blood and be okay.
You can. Yeah. But I'm sure tomorrow night y'all will do some research.
Oh yeah, but that actually, I forgot about the Why did I dom what? Why did I do that? Oh, because I was horrifically depressed and an alcoholic and fucking, my life sucked.
I'm like, what you talking about? Because my mind had just rolled right onto what you're saying now. I was just.
Yeah, I was like, Dom, what? Like, I didn't fucking threaten to spank him.
Yeah. But you were going to say, oh, yeah, you know what? About Perez? When I said blood loss? I don't know, you were going to
Oh,
say
yeah,
something.
I forgot about the sepsis infection thing he had going on. I guess
Yeah.
cutting yourself a bunch could lead to an infection. That
Yeah.
might be that. Okay. Well, yeah, he might be in the hospital for a couple months then if the sepsis came back. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, they said the sepsis can mess with your mind and make you manic like that. I don't know. So, but sepsis is bad. I mean, you can die from it. So I wouldn't be surprised if that didn't happen. Oh, Casey froze. There he
There we
is. He's
go.
back.
I'm back. Yeah,
He's back.
StreamYard was glitching out for a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't even know if the sepsis thing is true or not. I'm just saying that would be a reason he would have to be in the hospital.
He was sepsis. He was in the hospital for that, and he did get out. That's been on a lot of different.
What did you do to get out of it? I was asking. What I did. Asking why you did it and what was your payoff. I mean, there wasn't really a payoff. The payoff, honestly, is I look stupid as fuck now with a bunch of dumbass scars all over me that I gave myself from being an idiot. But I don't know why, because I think partially I was just depressed and wanted to feel something. And then there was a couple times where I was actually trying to end it, but it's a very inefficient way to fucking do that. There's far better ways to do it.
Yeah. Easier. Yeah. So that'll be interesting.
But I think yeah, it's okay. You don't have to tell it. Well, Grey Wolf, me having a sort of similar experience to this, I think is kind of why I want to talk about it. So I'm trying to not give too many spoilers since we're doing a whole show about it tomorrow. But I've been in a pretty similar headspace to what I assume he was in when he did that to himself. So I can kind of relate ish, as weird as that is to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, if you want to feel the same on the outside as on the inside, I think it was partly that. I think it was partly just the visual of it, as weird as that sounds. And then, I was just fucking shit hammered on whiskey and not making good decisions. I don't know, get shit hammered on whiskey for like 2 years straight. All of a sudden, you start to do weird shit.
Yeah. 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 Well, we will leave it there so you don't give away your night tomorrow night. What time?
I think 7:30 or 7:30 shares time. So pretty much the same time we started this podcast.
Okay, so it'll
be like 8 for you.
For me, okay.
West Coast,
I'm not coming up, but I'll be in chat for sure.
Yeah. West Coast, it'll be like 6, and then Mountain Time or whatever the middle one is will be like 7, I think, and then East Coast will be 8 or 9.
Yep, because I'm Central, so it's 11:38 here now. So, I will
I'm in severe
definitely.
brain fog and not make it. You're good, Grey Wolf. I'll talk about it as much as we want to tomorrow. I'll be happy to
Yeah,
answer any of your questions, but like I'm literally doing that podcast tomorrow, so
yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't want to give it away. Yeah, you don't want to give it away. Um, but yep, tomorrow night. You said your channel or shares? You didn't. I don't. Did you say? Or did I not hear you?
yeah, that'll be on mine. It'll be on the
Okay.
Funhouse.
Okay. Cool. All right. And then Wednesday will be over here for Kurt Cobain. And then I'll be on the Looking Glass. I'm not sure what night that'll be. Probably Thursday since y'all are doing Friday.
Okay.
Make sure Cher's got her schedule right. So if you do Friday, I'll do
Yeah, no
Thursday.
shit.
So I was all confused earlier. But like I said, it's not for me to be unconfused. It's for you two to be unconfused. So I was confused for you. But whatever night, if y'all go Friday, then I'll try to do the Looking Glass Thursday night. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Haven't decided yet. I don't know if it's going to be cryptids or what.
We'll figure it out. You can even just do a free for all if you wanted. Just maybe get us together. We just discussed about how Eli has random time and it's hard to get him anywhere, but I don't know,
Yeah.
it'd be cool to get everyone together and just have a conversation for a little while.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that on Looking Glass for sure if we could get all four of us together. We'll have to get in the chat and figure it out. So definitely Tuesday, definitely Wednesday, and most probably Friday as of now, if things don't change. So we'll leave it there. Thank you for being here tonight, Casey, and giving us your man opinion on Lizzie and NK, because we always need that opinion.
Giving my man opinion on what
That's right.
women think.
That's
because
right.
I'm a man, so I know what women think better than
That's right.
women.
That's right. That's right. We got to get your view because everybody's view counts, right? Everybody's view counts. Well, it does. I mean, it's good to know how y'all see us. I mean, we got to know how you see us, right? And how we see y'all.
If there's anyone who doesn't see this chick as a fucking gold digger, I'm gonna be flabbergasted.
Oh, no,
like, are
no,
you kidding me?
I agree. I think she's a gold digger too, but I also feel like she's trying to get information because that information is also golden.
Well, yeah, exactly. She's a gold digger in the sense she's gonna use this to get herself money. Like, she's not a gold digger who's after his money. She's a gold digger who knows she can make her fortune off his name.
Right, right. And screw you, because you're going to be in prison, so it doesn't really matter. You can't enjoy it anyway, but I can.
Exactly.
I'll just put stuff in your, what is it, your books?
Your commissary, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll make sure you're happy, and I'll come
send you
visit
some titty pictures and buy you some top ramen.
Yeah,
it'll be cool.
I'll visit you whenever, and win-win for me. You, however, will be stuck here. Somebody might as well enjoy it. That's what she's thinking. That's what she's thinking. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out about her in the next however long. Don't be surprised if we don't hear something about a Christmas wedding or something.
Yeah, I'll be definitely looking forward to her doing the PR run. I'm sure that's coming.
Right. Yep. We'll see what happens. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. It is almost midnight here. So have a wonderful evening to everybody. I appreciate y'all being here. You could have been anywhere, but you're here, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Have a good night. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Casey.
Have a good night.
Good night. You too. All right, everybody. I will see y'all. Let's see. What did she say? Well, she needs to be careful about making money off Chris because anything she makes could go straight to the family. You know, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. It might. It might. She may be careful. I guess if she writes a book about just her and Chris and doesn't include the family in it, maybe she might can get away with it. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. It's going to be interesting. Thank y'all for being here. And that's a good point, Ronnie, for bringing that up. So thank y'all for being here. I will be putting another video out tomorrow. It's probably going to be on the mushroom folk. So look forward to that. And then the next day will probably be pick a card. So, my goodness. I don't know what that was. So, good night to everybody. I appreciate y'all being here. I love y'all. Thank you for everything. And I will see y'all later. Peace.